pub. They scratch make everything.
Well, that's the best part about here.
They make all their pastrami in-house. They cure it all here.
Pastrami with slaw.
Call my mommy. It's time for pastrami.
So we're gonna do a brine for pastrami.
Okay, so we're gonna go water in.
Sugar, salt,
Okay.
garlic. We got our pickling spice here.
This is the house pickling spice.
Yep.
And last but not least,
Pink salt here.
brings out that nice ruby red color that we like. Okay,
We gotta dissolve all this sugar and all this salt.
and then drop the brisket. Word. Mixture's cooled. It looks like tea. Look at that. How long are we gonna brine it?
4 days.
Okay.
All right, so we got our rub here. We got ground coriander, some fresh cracked black pepper,
Nice Vanna white pour, by the way.
lovely brown sugar,
You see where he popped and posed?
a granulated garlic,
Make it rain up in here.
granulated onion. Got some smoked paprika,
Okay.
dry mustard, and we got a little kosher salt. So we're gonna mix this up.
It's like you're looking for a ring or something. Nothing in there, son.
All right, we're good.
Okay.
So we're gonna rub these things down. There we go, let's dry that thing down. All right, perfect.
Now, are we gonna let this sit with the dry rub for a little bit, or is it just gonna go right to the
This gonna
smoker?
go right to the smoker.
Hickory note, 11 hours.
Yep.
2 1/4. Then I eat it all. Now we're getting into this.
Yep.
Oh, that doesn't look terrible.
So we're gonna slice away.
Oh, the pastrami bark on that is out of bounds. What are we gonna do with this besides just throw it at my mouth? Right amount of smoke. I mean, that is legit.
So we're gonna make our pastrami sandwich. We got our marble rye down, some baby Swiss. So baby it up. Melt the cheese. Steam this pastrami a little bit. Cheese is good.
Sure.
Yep. So we're gonna add our baby colored kimchi, and we got our chili mayo.
Fantastic, man. That is not for the faint of heart. Everybody's playing nice with each other. And then all of a sudden, someone invited the kimchi. It's kicking and screaming inside that sandwich right now. Pastrami's trying to hold on to its starting quarterback position. You wanna have a food fight in your mouth? Order that thing. Nicely done.
Probably one of the best sandwiches I've eaten in my life.
It's like pastrami gone wild. I think I should buy a DVD box set of that pastrami.
I know. Because the food is very flavorful and very different.
It's been popular since day one. It's really good.
Crazy joint. It's gotta be the crown jewel of the area.
It's dream come true.
Nice job.
Thanks.
Hey, man, let's try the Reuben.
The quality of food that comes out of this one food truck is amazing. You would think you're at a New York deli.
Pastrami on rye.
He's taken some classics, turned them into some unique menu items.
You got Reuben egg rolls.
Ever since Triple D, it's just been getting more popular.
That was bound to happen once rumors started flying about George Marquardt's passion for making meat the old school way. How'd you learn to make pastrami?
I went back and looked up old recipes, old ways and techniques of doing it. Everything that I'm doing here is the way they did it 100 years ago.
His pastrami is the best in town. He can prepare it any way, and it's fabulous.
Take the ingredients of a Reuben to turn it into a taco or egg roll.
Who would have thought that pastrami and sauerkraut is fabulous in an egg roll, but the way George does it, it's wonderful.
What did you bring me?
Reuben rolls. We take some egg roll wrappers, spicy mustard, Russian dressing. We'll put a piece of Swiss cheese in here, and then sauerkraut, pastrami. Dice it in little bits. Egg roll wrappers have to be sealed. I'll use the sauerkraut juice because it's got more flavor than water. So roll them up tight, and then we go to the fryer. About 7 minutes. Everything that's in a Reuben in a fried egg roll with real Russian dressing for dipping sauce.
It's real Russian dressing?
We start with the premium mayonnaise, and then we add the caviar.
Seriously?
That's what little red dots are. Add Worcestershire sauce, ketchup, generous portion of horseradish, onion powder, and then it's mixed.
Egg roll's delicious. It's got great tang, great crunch. But the fact that you put the caviar in it to make it real Russian dressing.
It's gotta be real.
2 Reuben rolls.
Super crunchy, and having the pastrami inside, it's like a sandwich, but in an egg roll. Just makes it taste even better.
Just a wonderful blend of flavors.
We need a pastrami, we need a brisket, and we need some ribs.
What are you guys making now? It's not like you don't do enough great food as it is, and you can show up with this.
Well, we started brining our own pastrami.
You don't see Reubens at barbecue joints often, but you'll be missing out if you don't try it. It's just like a taste of heaven.
The meat is fantastic, the sauerkraut, the sauce, the Swiss cheese. Love it.
We're gonna start with water, salt, brown sugar, because it goes in everything here, pickle and spices, the curing salt. We're just gonna whisk these together. We're gonna pour it over our pastrami and let it sit 3 days to a week. We're gonna put our pastrami on our smoker and it's gonna cook anywhere from 10 to 14 hours. Now that the pastrami's done, we're gonna slice it up, build our sandwich. Toast our rye bread. We're gonna take some sliced pastrami, get that on the flat top. With some sauerkraut, a little bit of Swiss cheese. Melt that Swiss cheese, add a little Thousand Island. Start with some mayonnaise, ketchup, salt and pepper, Worcestershire, pickles, our hot red sauce. We'll give this a nice little stir. It's ready to go. Put it all together. On top of the brisket we cook every day, we're doing pastrami sandwiches.
Because?
Because I just don't have anything else to do. No, I'm just kidding.
That's delicious pastrami.
Here's the pastrami Reuben with fries. The pastrami, it just melts in your mouth.
Thousand Island dressing is made from scratch. It's phenomenal, especially on the marble rye bread. It's like I'm home again.
I'm hooked. This is one of my favorites.
Your room's table 4 up.
This is a great Jewish deli.
Matzo ball soup. Everything's made from scratch.
Got the pastrami sandwich.
It feels like New York. With the tile to the ceiling.
Bentwood chairs, patinaed brass, the whole bit, yeah.
It's got the groove.
Yep.
And that groove comes from New Jersey transplant Todd Ginsburg, who got some advice about opening this joint with his partners in 2012.
My grandparents owned a deli, and my dad said, you should think about opening a deli. You're having a kid.
That was it. So
that's it.
Why is General Muir?
My partner, Jennifer Johnson, her grandparents were Holocaust survivors and came over on a U.S. refugee ship called the General Muir.
Unbelievable story.
Isn't that great?
That's unbelievable.
Chef Todd honors that every day by keeping this place real deal.
They do some creative stuff, but they're still nailing the things that are really touchstones about Jewish delis.
Number one thing on the menu.
Love the hash.
Smoked hash to the window.
So tasty, it's so tender, it's amazing.
Chef, what are we into?
Pastrami.
Oh, I am bodied by pastrami.
Love pastrami.
How we doing it, Chef?
All right, we're making the brine, water, salt, sugar.
Okay.
Definitely pink salt. Garlic, cloves, peppercorns, coriander seed, crushed red chili flakes, bay leaf.
What is this thing, the Injector 9000?
It is.
Have you had your flu shot?
Yes, sir.
Lucky.
Thank you for your concern.
I'm here.
We're gonna put that in there like that. Taking half of the brisket here.
Let me see you work your wicked needle.
So like this. There we go.
Now we're gonna pour the rest over it.
Yep.
And it's gonna go 10 days.
Yeah.
After the 10 days, bring it out, and then we're gonna hit it with the dry rub.
Yep. In coriander and peppercorns.
And go to the smoker.
Smoked for about 8 hours. Slow as we can go.
No one slow to the dough.
And then we steam it for about 6 hours. That looks good to me.
All right, now we're gonna make the hash.
Throw in some schmaltz.
Just straight up chicken fat.
Potatoes. Now we're adding our diced pastrami. Salting the potatoes. A little fresh pepper.
Nice golden brown.
Peppers. Caramelized onions. A little cabbage. Now we're gonna mix it up.
That's happy hash right there, dude.
A couple eggs in there. Some parsley. All right. Our smoked hash.
Dude, the pastrami, it's the extra bark on the outside, that smoke. The added piece of the cabbage, just totally key. Caramelized onion's really nice. Love the red bell pepper. You need that color in there. So you took over right then when your dad passed, and then you guys met?
I was working at the brewery.
The brewery did start here, and then now it's at a bigger facility.
Yes.
But from the menu that I saw, you scratch make just about everything.
We make all the meat here, except for our turkey.
You always know you're getting a fresh cut of meat on your sandwich.
We come in for the beer and stay for the food.
Hot pastrami ready to go out?
The hot pastrami on rye is another one of our favorites. You know that it's gonna be good pastrami. You see it's nice and red and smoky.
All right, so we are gonna do our pastrami
All right, so corned beef cure.
and pink curing salt. This is top round.
After he gets the 8 injections,
Goes into the tumbler.
okay, 5 hours, bring them out, and then dry rub them.
Yes. So we got coriander, garlic powder, paprika, brown sugar,
Cracked black pepper.
Yes.
Pound the rub into it.
right into the smoker. 6 hours, 140 degrees to 175 degrees.
It's raining pastrami in Flavortown. So thin, it only has one side. This has got a good amount of smoke, a good amount of coriander, and the brown sugar, nice little kiss.
Put down our buttered rye bread, provolone cheese, and our Swiss cheese, mayonnaise, and mustard. And then the meat goes on the bread, and we'll top it with sauerkraut. Here is our pastrami.
Beautiful.
Some mayonnaise and mustard.
This is genius. That is marketing right there. How many people come and have the sandwich and they go, you sell these?
Quite a few.
I want to try them all. But let me just finish this up. Toast on the bread is money. The slice on the pastrami is a perfect to where there's texture, but not so thin that it's just falling apart.
Not judging.
Provolone Swiss combo, great. And the right amount of sauerkraut. You do everything right, excellent sandwich. Well done. Now go fry the sausages.
Pastramis are coming off.
It's really bold, a little bit juicy too. Nobody does it quite like Julie does.
The little addition of the couple pieces of pepperoni to remind you of what this place is really about is awesome.
What do we have?
All right, this is our Polish sausage, and next is the jalapeno summer sausage. That's one of my favorite ones.
That's dynamite.
Teriyaki.
What you expect of pepperoni with a little sweetness to it?
Triple hot.
That's got a little bite.
And next is the garlic.
It's not the date night sausage.
Definitely not.
And the Hawaiian-style pork loin.
It's definitely a destination place that people seek out.
This is amazing what you guys are doing. Congrats to you. Pulling up the bootstraps and getting after it and look at the empire that you guys have built. It's been fantastic. Thanks for coming to Dick's, Northwest Sausage and Deli. Bye-bye.
Swiss and mustard?
Everybody is over the moon about the pastrami here.
The Reuben?
It just really literally melts in your mouth.
What do you think of this?
It's the best.
Like you'd have a wedding cake made out of pastrami.
Oh, yeah.
Must be the ingredients or the love that they put into it that makes it fantastic.
It's a little bit of both, because owner Matt Levin's been working to perfect his recipe since he was 16. And the pastrami old guard was no help.
Deli guys they'll kick you right out of there. I had to figure it out myself.
So he brought in his own heavy hitter, Chef Michael Broyle.
Tell me he doesn't look just like a culinary assassin.
To give old school pastrami a try on the West Coast. And they're piling it up high on this sandwich.
Have the toasted slaw 19.
The flavor's just amazing. You can't beat it.
So what are we gonna make?
We're gonna do the toasted 19, our pastrami sandwich.
So it brines for a week, then it gets coriander and black pepper, and then it gets smoked with hickory. Okay, we're gonna throw it in the steamer now?
Yes. Okay, first we're gonna get the drip pan because we're gonna use this for the lacquer that we're gonna make later.
The water?
The lacquer.
All right, fire it up.
Well, we gotta steam it for 4 hours.
Steam it for 4 hours. Mother Mary. Okay, somebody should get in some heavy sponges, because this, wait till you see this. I don't have anywhere to put that. You can put that in my car. Look at that, just tender. Michael, that's outstanding.
Whoa. You put the drippings in the pan. Brown sugar, black pepper,
and a cup of coriander.
Correct. Then we reduce it.
We're gonna reduce it more?
Yes, by half, because it's making a lacquer.
A lacquer. Okay.
Let's do this. Then we trim off all the fat.
Look at that.
What I do is I section it off, dip it in a lacquer, and we slice it.
For every sandwich?
Every sandwich.
OMG. Well, this is a different level of ridiculous.
So now I'm toasting the bread on the flat top.
Okay.
Okay.
Filled it.
You got Russian dressing, coleslaw, Swiss, and then we put the meat on. There you go.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. You can be a hardcore New Yorker. Nothing's gonna prepare you for that. It's that good, man. Really nice toasted rye. Perfectly brined, smoked, steamed. It's that good, I'm not kidding you. Night-night.
I sort of crave it once a week.
Literally just falls apart in your mouth.
It's a fix.
Stupid burger in the window.
Much more upscale than what you would consider a local bar.
Not a Philly.
The attention to having higher end ingredients in a dive bar feel.
Just what owners Brian Somatino and Andy Stutz had in mind when they bought this old joint.
The building we're in is an old Coors Brewing building?
Yeah, built in 1901 by Coors. It's been a bar pretty much from 1901 till now, minus Prohibition.
So they kept the suds flowing and hired fine dining chef Jeremy McMinn to build up the menu.
Every dish has a little something added to it that just makes you remember it.
Like a pork shank braised in ancho chili, spare ribs glazed with Dr. Pepper, and house-made pastrami he's dropping on this killer sandwich.
Bombshell!
It is just marvelous. So I assume from pink salt and a big fat brisket, we're gonna get into some kind of corned beef or a pastrami or something along that line?
Pastrami.
Okay, get it going.
We're gonna trim this guy up.
Just taking enough off that it doesn't become messy.
Yeah, trim done. We're gonna cut this in half.
There we go.
All right, we got kosher salt, some brown sugar, white sugar, some pink salt. Get some honey going into this. Dump our water in here. Sachet bag. Got some pickling spice, garlic in there. We'll bring this up to a boil. We're gonna cool this brine down.
I really like how it just cleans out the system.
Cool this down with some ice.
So you go about 50-50, so this will cool it down because otherwise you're gonna poach it. And you're gonna let this brine for 7 days?
15 days.
15 days?
15 days.
Wow, this thing's gonna be neon pink.
Yeah. Weight it down with this plate.
There you go. I love it. Off to the walk-in?
Off to the walk-in.
Great. All right, so we've brined, rinsed it off. Now go with the dry rub.
Granulated garlic, ground coriander, and ground black pepper. Give this a little stir. Apply the rub liberally.
It's a good-looking rub. Now, how long is this gonna go here on the Big Chief?
We do it for about 4 hours.
I mean, the flavor's in this. The curing process is done. Now we're just gonna put some smoke flavor to it, and then for the final process of serving, you're gonna steam it for service.
Correct.
Okay? So you're pulling it from the smoke. Now we're gonna finish the cooking process in the steam, in the oven for how long?
It's about 3.5 hours.
Okay.
This is gonna go in the walk-in and cool overnight before we slice it.
Okay, so we're in the thick of things now. I should probably just try this for scientific reasons. That'll be fine. Very
scientitious.
Okay.
First, we're gonna butter and toast our rye bread. And drop our pastrami. Put our Swiss cheese down, pastrami jus. Milk that cheese right into it. Rye bread gets a little brown mustard. Pastrami's hot, cheese is melted. Goes on the sandwich. Plate this up over here. Those are hot. Over medium egg, if you're smart. Gets a little slaw. It's a bombshell.
That's a new tattoo right there. Wow.
Chew. Breathe. I know.
I've eaten at some of the greatest delis in the world, and that's about as righteous as you'll find them. Awesome. It's the right mustard. The meat's super tender, not too much smoke, not too much pepper coriander, not too salty. I mean, just a package deal, man. That is an incredibly righteous pastrami sandwich. Excellent job, brother. Congratulations.
I've never had anything like this before.
This is by far one of my favorite sandwiches around.
Good people, really good food, just a wonderful place to be.
They got another roast beef going over there.
You got the corned beef, you've got the pastrami.
This is another thing we have on New York. First in sandwiches, first in baseball.
Give a chicken parm, please.
Any sandwich you order here is great.
Did you want a platter or the sandwich, sir?
I actually asked him if he was married. I said, I'd have married you for your pastrami.
He's the Michelangelo of sandwiches.
Let's go.
And Sam LaGrosso's been making masterpieces for more than 40 years.
Did I set up Portobello?
Now with the help of his 3 sons.
Thank you, Donna.
Bye.
Rob, Ronnie, Rich.
From when they were able to walk, this became just a way of life. There you go.
Rob goes off to culinary school.
Take up for Rocky, sir?
You two take off and go where?
Business school. Here to go, sir?
But they all came back to Dad's place.
Every day is a new opportunity for a new sandwich. We're constantly building, constantly playing with new stuff.
Like this fan favorite.
Chipotle pastrami.
I love chipotle and coleslaw, and it has both.
It is truly just the best.
Starting with smoked pastrami done their way.
We take the stock from the pastramis from the day before, add water to it.
Well, you have to.
Eventually,
Otherwise
we
it'd
just,
be syrup.
before we put them in the water, we make
Yeah.
sure we score them. The stock is basically 40 years old.
So you just keep rotating the stock.
And then we add brown sugar.
So that's all that is?
Yep.
So how many hours?
2.5 to 3 hours.
Ready?
Let's go.
Gotta let it cool a little bit before we slice it?
No, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little brown sugar to the top.
Oh, that's just gonna melt right in there.
Exactly. It really gives it a nice little sweet taste
That's
to
psycho.
it. Good to go. Start slicing it up.
That guy wants you over there. Look at that right there. The bark, smoke, the pepper, the sugar in my mouth.
Next, we're gonna do the chipotle honey mustard. Start off with mustard.
A lot of it.
Oh yeah. Add the honey. So we're gonna add the brown sugar, ground chipotle pepper, and we're gonna mix it all together.
That smells like a spicy honey Dijon right now.
Exactly.
So this you're gonna let set up. What else goes on the sandwich?
Coleslaw. We're gonna start with fresh cabbage, shredded carrots, granulated sugar, white vinegar.
Not apple cider vinegar. Huh?
Nope, that's the way Dad always made it. We don't mess with that. Kosher salt, freshly ground black pepper, whole celery seed, parsley, and mayonnaise, and then we mix it up.
This sets up, and then you finally we're gonna have pastrami?
And then we'll build it.
Good.
We're gonna grab an Italian roll, start with the chipotle honey mustard, Swiss cheese, and the coleslaw will go on the top part.
Oh, you think it's big enough? Now where are you going?
Now we're bringing it onto the grill.
Okay, so how long is this on the press?
A couple of minutes.
Look at that. So is this one of your favorites?
Oh, without a doubt.
Delicious sandwich. Take a look at how nice and crispy and crunchy that bread's become. Look at that pastrami. The sugar rub down you gave it was great. Slaw's got good tang, but the kicker got chipotle mustard. Really nice heat, not overdone. I was worried it was gonna be too much of the flavor. I'd kill her.
It's a lot of meat in one shot.
It's a perfect type of coleslaw. The chipotle really just sets it off.
This is your go-to for pastrami.
Pastrami, only place for me for pastrami.
There you go, sir. Corned beef.
Everything here is first class.
Fieri to go, sir.
They got a huge takeout operation.
It's crazy. 40 people downstairs making sandwiches. So you're doing 1,300 sandwiches a day?
That's just in catering.
It's easily the best sandwich shop in Boston.